Welcome everybody. This is the Highlight Podcast. I'm your host, Ron Carson. Today here I got with me Treek and my boy Joey.
Yes, sir.
Two artists out of Anderson, South Carolina. Pulled up on me, brought some amazing pieces if you see the space. Just really surprised that I get this opportunity to interview some great people. And I'm excited for them to introduce themselves to y'all. So, my boys, take it away. Treek, tell them about you.
So yeah, I'm Treek Euphoria, UFOR. Let me start over.
No, you good.
UFOURIA, Treek Euphoria. Yeah, so I've been an artist, pretty much all my life. Yeah, just doing my thing, using all types of media, whether it's graphic design, photography. I might sculpt a little bit, but right now what we're doing is we're leaning heavy into painting, and might use some pastels every now and then. Multimedia, just playing around, having a good time, getting these visions on the road.
True.
Love it, love it.
Yeah.
Joey, what about you?
My name Joey Within Arts. Yeah, man, my name Joey Within Arts. It's JoeyWithinArts. I've been painting since I was about 6, 7 years old.
Yeah.
Upbringing, my brothers and sisters, they taught me everything. Watching them, growing up, competition, and just correct, mastering the craft was like the big thing for us. And yeah, man, it's just this series right here means a lot. It means a lot. It's different compared to my other work I've done in the past, but this right here, it's like a special. It's a special.
For sure.
Facts. Tell me, what was it like for y'all growing up in the South?
Oh, the South. The South has been, it's been all I've known really. There are certain things that you find weird and why people do certain things. Let's just say like certain people accept behaviors. Some people do those behaviors that are accepted. But it's life at this point because I don't really have experience of living anywhere else. Yeah, so
So
it's
it's
just
home.
yes, it's home. But you can really make lemonade out of those lemons. Yes, but I think no matter where we go, no matter what we do, it's always gonna have that light on you, that spotlight on you. That's why I was telling my little brother, I'm like, hey man, you want to be a fireman? That's cool, but you gonna be the black fireman, and you're gonna be noticed no matter what. So
That's true.
shine hard.
That's true.
Facts. Joey, what about you? How you feel about growing up down south?
For me, it was different, because I originated in Virginia, and then both my parents, they from New York. So, having a little crossbreed, my mom, she from Jamaica, Queens, Flushing. My dad from Long Island, Glen Cove. And, I got the best of both worlds, because, I used to go in the summertime, used to go up there and see my cousins. And then when I came down the south, it was just different, coming from the big city. And then with me personally, I love the South better because it's more peaceful, it's calm. You can leave your door open, but you don't got to worry about people all in your face. I think the biggest thing that was different for me was the transition of the words, restaurants, like going to Wawa's, then seeing QT, and then people eat their foods differently, but for the most part, we all the same really. Like you said, no matter where you go, the light is still on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you can't change the skin tone.
Gave him a little bit of grits, and he ain't went back yet.
Oh, you got that right. Got that right.
Facts. So tell me, what really got you guys into art? Like, what was the first beginning things that just like made it a passion for y'all?
So I don't know. I just always been drawn to it. It was like the thing to do. Like, there wasn't really new video games and all this kind of stuff when I was coming up. I always found my pastime going into like art of some kind. So like I remember the first time I ever like drew somebody. I was like 6 or 7, in a waiting room in a doctor's office, just scribbling, and just tried to draw this man holding a child. I'm like, I showed it to him. I guess I liked the response that he gave, and it's kind of triggered something in me. And then, so as a pastime, I would just be playing with some clay. So I challenged myself to create action figures and stuff like that with the clay. And my mom, she just kept on supplying that for me. So I appreciate her for that. And then, like, I think we talked about this in the past
The
too.
how-to books.
Yeah, the how-to books.
We done those.
Yeah, so you might have a little, how-to books that tell you how to break down, how to draw, let's just say, a fox or something like that. So trying to follow those steps. Sometimes you might cheat, try to do the whole thing. Yeah, do the finished product without taking the steps. But yeah, that was what I would get every time I went to the library. That was my thing.
Yeah, definitely same thing. Like, it was crazy, man. Like, growing up, it was the
Bring
same
the
thing.
mic down just a bit.
Like, me and my brothers, my sisters, we just sit, while we getting supper or eating food, we just sitting there drawing, and that was just like one of the things we just had to do. Growing up, it was just, art just draw to me. Like, I was good at other things, but art was just one of those things that just came natural. It was just one of those things that, like, you don't really, for us, a lot of people in school, they used to look at me and be like, man, how do you do that? And it was just one of those things that I would just be like, I don't know. It was just, they were just so amazed. Like, how did you draw a head like that? How do you draw a nose? But it was just so natural. It was just so easy. That's how I look at it. Like, I look at anything that God gives you like a gift, you shouldn't have to work hard for it. It's just something that it just draws to you. It's just natural. To me, that's what a gift is.
As long as you're using it.
As long as you use it. Exactly.
Right. Well, now that you guys have, you've been doing this for a while, tell people about, what it was like trying to put together your first series. I believe this is your first series that you guys are bringing to Athens. And I was just curious, like, what was it like getting this series off the ground and bringing the concept together and all that stuff?
Just, how about I say, just like you explained. My bad. Let me re-say that.
Yeah.
So, me and Trick, we met probably about May, April. And me and his wife are cousins. And one day I went over there to the house, and I saw this picture right there with the it's like the thinking man, but he's on a ship, looking out to the ship. And I saw it, and it drew my attention. I was like, man, that's amazing. Like, how he used the fabric and behind it, and just the detail in it. And I was just like, man, I could paint too. And I was like, listen, man, I need to sit down with you and show you some of my work. But he was passionate. He went to Atlanta University. He loved art all his life. So I just saw that same energy that he had, because I took like a break, probably like a year or two break with my artwork. And when I seen his work, it kind of like triggered something in my mind. I was just like, man, that's the same push that I had, the same drive. And then I was like, man, you got to see my work. So we just both just bouncing off each other. So I was like, man, you got to look at it. So I pulled my name up on YouTube. I showed him like the articles and the people I met in the past. And I was just like, man, he looked at me. He was like, look, you need to do that again. He was like, whatever you was doing before, you need to do the same thing again twice. And I was just like, look, we can do it. We can do it. And he was just like, well, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it 100%. We're going to try to, push forward on it. And I believed it. For some reason, at that moment, I believed everything he said. And I was just like, you really convinced me to get back in it. Like, everybody tried. But just me seeing his passion, I was just like, I'm not going to give up on this time. I'm really going to go 100% this time with this. And like I said, I've done work in the past before, meeting him. I've done work for like D.L. Hughley, Jesse Jackson, Tasha Cobbs, Life Jennings, man, so many. And it's still, it was amazing doing the work, but it didn't hit me as much as doing this series, because that was something I was just trying to get recognized, or doing stuff for the public like missing cases, or doing certain things for the people, but doing something for what I love to do. And that's what Treat came to me. He was just like, man, listen, man, I love what you're doing, but have you ever done work for what you want to do? And I was just like, man, I don't know. Like, I really didn't, like, that really dawned on me. And it took me like days. I was really thinking about it. I'm sitting here looking at my house, and I'm like looking at my newspapers and articles, and I was just like, there's nothing I can actually sit here and say, this is what I wanted to do. And
This represents me.
it represents me. And I done this Peter Whip picture, and it was funny because I did it probably like 5 years ago. And when I painted it, a lot of people didn't accept it because how it looked. It was too gruesome. It was too much to show on TV. So I was just like, man, like I truly love it because it's different. Like when you paint a picture, just like Trick was telling me about the red liner picture. He actually called me. He was like, man, you know what? I actually feel blue. And I was like, now that's how I felt. Because we was literally sitting there talking to each other. And he was like, have you ever truly, I told him, I was like, do you really feel it? It's a difference between like painting a picture and actually truly connecting to the picture. It's like it takes something out of you. It's weird. So like when I drew the Peter Whip picture, I felt like the pain that he was going through. I was just like, man, this is very in depth. You know what I mean? And that's what I normally do with my art. Like I normally sit there, watch documentary. I sit there and listen to the music because I got to become one with the picture. You know what I mean? And then with a lot of this stuff, I had to re-educate myself, like relearning about James Baldwin, who James Baldwin is, who except Peter Whip, Dorothy Counts. I was able to do paintings for her, and just being able to understand not just painting them, but understand who they are. Because I don't want to go out there and talk about something I don't know. I got to be able to practice what I preach. I can't just go out there and say, oh, it's a cool picture and not, explain.
Have any depth, perception to it. Yeah. And I noticed on that picture too, it's actually like the picture is painted on the canvas, but then you also have like almost like a 3D kind of feature to it. You have the chair. That's its own piece in itself.
I mean,
yes, sir.
You can literally feel it.
Exactly.
Literally feel it.
Yeah. Yeah. I want you to tell me about the piece behind you.
Okay, so the piece behind me is called When the Night Returned. It's basically, I don't know if you can see it from the camera. There's a cross behind me, a burning cross. A lot of us in the South, we know what that means. Well, probably a lot of Americans know that exactly what that means.
Right.
And so the feeling that I wanted to get across was not so much fear, but like what happens when we start fighting back, or when protection of what you have, let's just say like a family in the house, what happens when that needs to be protected? We don't back down from the intimidation tactics. And so I wanted to really capture that. And so my son, he gave me an idea. He was like, hey, can you paint something with some fire? I was like, yeah, I can make that work, with this idea that I have. And so I wanted the night to be black, so I started with a black canvas, and then I painted it blood red. And very subtle blood red, just over the black sky, over the black everything. And then I let the flame that's burning shine and light up everything on all the structures, everything, even the pieces of grass, the shrubs. And so it's just showing how
It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful piece.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I wanted that contrast to really come alive. Yeah. And yeah, that me playing around with that smoke, because I like clouds, I like all that kind of type of stuff. So me playing around with the flame bouncing against the smoke, that was, I don't know, that's like a tiny wind that most people really probably don't pay attention to. But I was like, I like that.
One thing I love about his art, the more you stare at it, you find something different.
Yeah.
Like even with that picture, the reflection in the window.
Yeah.
Like you said about the
Yeah.
redlining,
Yeah.
the actual newspaper, if you
Yeah.
actually read it, it talks about redistricting.
Yeah.
Like there's little key pieces in this artwork that you got to find hidden secrets in it. Like even with mine is more the material. I go off of like the texture. We both off of texture, but I love using different material. Like I use ceramic tile, putty. I use the wood. I use actual metal on that painting over there. So like I showed the rust of the water fountain that we used to drink from. And one of my pictures I used actual cotton on it. So like every picture I use is cross media, paint or pastel, just different, being creative. And that's the whole thing. Like we lose that imagination. And they say as a kid, you know, it's on 100% capacity. And it's like being an artist, you have to, you know, be creative. Sometimes you got to block yourself out from society and actually find it. Because, you know, that's the only way. You got to imagine it. You got to imagine it.
Right. Yeah. What tell me about this piece, Treat.
So that piece is called redlining, and so basically it's going into the history of redlining. Redlining is when, you know, the people would go in for loans and, you know, the housing market trying to get this and that, and basically being walled off systematically from certain opportunities, and, you know, basically all your rights being just abused and taken from you, and the ability to own and pass down certain things to your generations. So, you know, it could lead to homelessness. So, but there are little details inside of the painting as well. You know, as you can see, it's made to look like there's shelter being given by the newspaper, and the newspaper itself can be examined if you want to find that closer detail. And it talks about what's happening this year with the redistricting within the government, and just trying to basically take away the ability for black representation. So yeah, man, it's just speaking on multiple levels, and yeah, I think it's very important to paint and channel these types of subject matters, because, man, it's like art really allows for that conversation to come about, like in ways that just bringing up the subject won't do.
Right.
And so, where like sometimes we will be painting live in downtown Greenville, South Carolina, and people will come up to us and give us their experience. And so sometimes we'll have multiple pieces displayed, and you know, they'll either speak on the one we're working on or the one that's displayed. And so, like my brother Joey, man, he was painting this the one with the cotton, talking about the sharecropping and stuff like that. And
That's right.
some lady, she came up and told us her experience, you know, about her father being a sharecropper and her helping and bleeding on the cotton. And so, and just that type of stuff, yeah.
And it really
happens.
changes us, man. Like when we, it's one thing painting the pictures, but when we see the people in the crowd reflect their opinions on it, it brings it more to life. It makes it worth meaningful. You know what I mean? Because it was times that, like you said, we went to downtown at One City Plaza in Greenville, and then we went to restaurants. We went to Wilhelmina's, J-Rock, Granny Hands. We went to all those in Greenwood, Anderson, and Tryon, and North Carolina, North Carolina. And it was amazing because to see the people pour into it and just the emotion that they was grabbing from it is worth painting, because we deal with it. It's one thing for us to paint these pictures, you know, in our own home and take the time and go through those emotions, but then see other people pour it into them and watch them have the same emotion. It's like, wow, it's really making a difference.
Right. And you guys mentioned, earlier, this is your first series, and as you say, you've been doing it around home. Now you're taking it on the road.
Yes, sir.
And so what's been the challenges in that and trying to get this, pushed out, and then what's also just like your vision for where you're trying to take it?
I don't. I think that the major piece of the challenge is trying to, you know, balance the getting to the places and getting in front of people and making those connections and allowing the art to be the medium, at the same time trying to balance having a full-time job, having a family to look after and take care of.
Right.
So it's just really finding that key balance to the, I guess, the passion and the responsibilities.
That's right.
But as for just getting there and when
Making it happen.
making it happen, and like
We in there.
it's fully accepted, and we I'm seeing gifts, and I'm sure Joey is too.
Yes, sir.
I'm seeing gifts, from the other side, and how those connections are made in ways that I wouldn't have assumed or even thought that would be possible. So it's always like, I know we got things lined up into like December. We got a event going on where we're gonna be communicating and linking up with Betty Wright's daughter
Betty Wright, yep.
and her estate, and so we just bouncing around and having this medium.
And it's amazing because months ago, we wasn't even thinking about this. Like, none of this would have never happened. We just, we're just sitting back, didn't even put one picture in. I mean, of course, he still loved art. I loved art.
Mm-hmm.
But we never saw this big of a vision. And then eventually, everything just, literally, it just domino effect. Mm-hmm. And that's literally how it worked. Once you put one piece out, you just keep escalating, keep doubling up on it. And that's really what it's all about. Because a lot of people, the hardest thing about, and I tell them all the time, about artists, not just artists, but just everybody, is finding the opportunity. Because there's a lot of talented people out there. And I tell them all the time, do I feel like I'm the best artist in the world? No. But the key is going out there, finding those opportunities, putting yourself out there, putting yourself in those places, in those positions to have your stuff out there. Because a lot of people, they some reason when they get this talent or whatever they want to do, they paint it, they draw it, they make the song, and they just let it sit.
Yeah.
And they expect people to just listen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my talent is good enough, listen. My art is good enough, buy it. It don't work like that.
Right.
You have to literally go out there and grind. Literally put it in these people's face. Let them see what you're about. Force it to them. Let them grab their attention. Because even if they may not accept it tomorrow, they will eventually accept it. The more you keep pushing it out there, they will accept it. And we was talking to Ronnie Moss. I asked him the question. I said, so when you out there, how do you grab people's attention? He said, I'm going to make them listen. I'm going to force them to listen. Because you can't just go out there half-stepping. You can't just go out there quiet like a mouse. And it doesn't matter who looking. Doesn't matter, because people going to judge you. They're going to look at you. You're going to hear all kinds of stuff. I hear it all the time. Oh, it ain't going to work.
Yeah.
It ain't good enough.
Before you continue, man, like, I saw when we went to the Ronnie Moss's concert, of the Spinners, like, those words were never much truer. Like when he sing, he made, it's like you could dang on hear a pin drop because everybody was in awe. So it's the same type of key, the same type of formula, same type of
That's right.
stroke that we're that everybody has to use.
Yes, sir.
When it's
Same thing with the art.
Yeah.
Same thing with the art.
Right.
And I promise you, the second when we drop the picture out, we can go to any venue, any event. Soon we get there, we don't even try to be the main attention.
Mm-hmm.
We don't try.
The work speaks for itself.
It speaks for itself. Even if we do the live painting, we're going to grab their attention because it's not about like how can you put it? How do you feel?
it's what art is, and
Live it.
especially and to see, just like you, my brother Ronnie, it's 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 best whenever someone is connected with passion, because everyone can feel it.
Right.
It's like the whole environment speaks passion, and once we decided, hey, we're going on this series, we're doing this. It's like we talked about it, man. There ain't no plan B. It's just
That's right.
this is us now.
This is it.
And so
This is it.
that's it. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get easier. It's also gonna get busier, but we'll get stronger in the way we operate and deal with things. But man, like passion is the key. Like you were saying, man. Like, and I've spoken to you about this in the past. It's like there's a formula that you know. It's like there's another step to making
always
sure.
tells me this.
Yeah,
He always
it's another step to making sure that people knows about you. It's like, yeah, sometimes you can't just paint something and then sit in your room, and after you post it on Instagram, the world floods to you.
Viral.
Yeah. I mean,
Always another.
yeah.
And it's crazy because when we sit down and talk, he be like, man, I can't explain it. You're special, man, but I don't know where you be getting these ideas from or what you be doing, but you just know how to market. You just know how to. And honestly, it really is just my biggest thing. I just realize I know how people think. You got to put yourself on their shoes. One thing I noticed: the community follow the community, the news follow the news. Everybody follow each other. And my thing is, like, funny story. When I very first started doing art, very first, like, I'm not art as in like 8-year-old. When I first started marketing myself.
Yeah.
So when I finally realized how to do it, my first time moving to South Carolina, didn't know anything about it, right? So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, man, I don't know anybody. How I'm gonna do it? So funny story. Went on social media, asked some people. I said, hey man, I got this artwork. I want to sell it. People was looking at me like I'm crazy. Leave me alone. Stop bothering me. I'm like, God dang, it's never gonna take off. So what I did, I said, okay, I'm gonna get you back.
I'm gonna make you eat that.
I'm gonna make you eat it. So what I did, their family, their cousins, started buying my artwork. The same people who told me that it wasn't gonna work, I don't like it. Hey man, I saw you done a picture for my cousin. So when that made me realize, I'm like, people, they never really liked it. They only like what other people like.
Yep.
And then it got even better. That's when the news came involved. The magazines came involved. When I started talking to a celebrity, everybody thought I made it. But see, the point is, it's the way how people think. They follow the trend. Everything's about a trend nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, nobody don't care. And I always told them, I always be like, they don't really care about us. Like, I don't exist. They only care about your talent or what other people. They only care about what other people think.
The perceived value.
It's crazy.
Yeah, man. I think, as artists, we live by that, but it's like the ones that transcend that and really focus on the art. And I think that's what you guys really do with these pieces is you guys understand the value that is in your messaging,
That's right.
your work, and that you guys are allowing people to live in your space. And it's funny that, as I said, like, what's that Chris Brown verse? You outside the club, you can't even get in.
Yeah.
You know, and that's really what I see here, man, is that you guys have a message, in your work. I want to know, what are some of y'all biggest motivations to keep this going?
Man, like this is like art is freedom to me.
Mine's the culture.
Yeah.
For sure.
I just love getting an idea out of my head and then seeing it either match up to what I thought it was going to be or even better. And so, like, whenever that's accomplished, man, like, I feel like I'm taking a little mini vacation every time I get a chance to work on some art. Like, trying to throw a little paint on there after work or in between, handling this responsibility or whatever, I'm like, man, I can't wait to get back to that thing. And so
That's how I feel too.
that's my
I'm
main
at work thinking
thing.
about this.
Yeah.
Thinking
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Drawing, doodling,
Yeah.
Right.
calling you up.
Yeah, we be like, hey man, I can't wait to get back to that.
I'm like, look, 3 more hours on the clock.
Yeah,
3 more hours on the
right.
clock.
So you might go over to his place and you might, or vice versa, and y'all will like paint in at each other's spots, so y'all have a place that y'all go to.
We shoot ideas. We shoot ideas most of the time. Like he throw a bunch of ideas, I throw a bunch of ideas. He tell me what his next piece is gonna be, and then I do the same. And then sometimes I come with some crazy imagination. And then it just be weird, man. It be weird, but that's art. That's
Right.
art. Like
It's not weird, it's custom.
Yeah.
exactly.
And yeah, so a lot of our conversation, I mean, we're just talking about art and the creation of it, and man, it's just like it's really consumed like
Yeah.
that whole free time that I used to have. And I mean, I'm not saying it as a regret. This is what I really, really like to do. And so the only thing that we keep talking about too is like sometimes, man, like the job is in the way.
Yeah.
It's in the way, man,
Yeah,
because we
yeah.
really want to knock some more paintings out
Right.
and create bigger masterpieces on a bigger scale, create or network on
That's right.
a greater level.
Right.
Sometimes we just gotta come back to home base, and yeah.
No, I completely understand that. I think for one, it's like if this was easy, man, everybody would do
Everybody do it.
it. It takes that extra energy and the extra effort in making sure that you okay over here, that you can even get what you're getting out.
You really got to change your mind. Like your mindset
Yeah.
got to be somewhere completely up.
Right.
It's crazy because it was one time we was doing a live painting at once in Greenville, and then we were sitting there doing a live painting, but realizing that we were just talking about art the whole time. Then he realized we've been out there for 9 hours. We sitting out there, it's getting dark. We still talking about art, and I'm like, dang man, we got to go home. But we were just so in tune and just talking about it. People were still coming, taking pictures.
They were
but
coming
we
in the
lost.
rain.
It was raining.
Yeah,
It was raining.
First
Still
piece we
going.
worked on together, it rained on us because we did it throughout a couple of days. It rained on us, but we in the space, we in the zone.
When we get locked
can't-
in, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over. People at my job, they say it all the time. All you talk about is art. I'm like, man, when you want it,
Yeah.
when you really want it, you know the difference between the people that just say, oh, I want it, and people that truly want it, because it becomes them.
There are people that do this stuff, for the look of it, for the aesthetic.
Yeah.
But then there are people that, I could tell just in the detail, like you guys are passionate, and even in the fact that you guys are like pushing your stuff. Like Joey, you hit me up on Instagram,
Yes, sir.
and and then to find out last week that you guys are doing the Juneteenth festival, like it's just that kind of passion and drive is different than somebody that just wants to do this and post on Instagram and try to go viral. And that's what I'm hoping that, bro. Like, cause I know I see pieces. I'm like, all right, well now I need to go and save up some money, and and I'm only imagining like the amount that people want to pay for these pieces. That you guys are eventually gonna get to a space where you're gonna have to fend off certain sales people, or they're gonna have to pay the highest price.
That's right.
Man, people been getting
We already
really
been-
Like
They've been really mad.
I can believe
It's
it.
that one thing
Yeah.
we keep saying, we gotta wait.
yeah, we
gotta
we
wait.
just been like, no, we're not selling it. We got some pieces at home that we might be able to hook you up with, but at this time, like we're just really out here for the conversation, for that networking and
Because
talking to
the
people.
biggest reason why I felt that way is like in the past when I was doing my art, once it's sold and once you get it out there, it kind of it's not going, but because you still got to document it, but you can't if you're on tour with it and you're trying to make a Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to get that picture back.
Yeah.
But we want everybody to get it.
Right.
I was looking at Van Gogh, right? Mm-hmm. Van Gogh, he made over 2,000 paintings. Only one painting got sold
While he
for
was
$80.
alive.
$80. Now all his paintings worth over millions.
Right.
And that's just crazy, man. Like his story to me was just crazy because I think he shot himself. He shot himself. He was going through. He had a lot of mental health. But it was just. I don't want to be like one of those artists that just sell. Like, of course, that's the goal. We want to sell, but in order for people to respect your work, you have to let the world see it. Because I don't want it to be hidden. I don't want to just sell it and just disappear. Or they be like, "Oh yeah, you did that picture. You still got it." And I mean, I still want to be able to grab it, but I want the world to see, like, everybody to touch their hands on it. Like I was telling him, that's why I came with the idea with having everybody take pictures with it. Because I was like, Treat, why is the Statue of Liberty so special? Why is the Liberty Bell so special? Because everybody go there and take pictures with it.
It's free game.
People don't know.
Yeah, that's what. These are one of the ideas that it took me a minute to see. I had to really sit with it because these are the one ideas that we talked about earlier. He just come up with the idea. It might be 2:00 in the morning, and hey, I got an idea. I'm just like,
Yep.
all right,
I promise you, y'all can ask anybody. Give me the history of Statue of Liberty. Give me the history of the Liberty Bell. They can't. Why do they travel so far just to go to the Eiffel Tower? For what?
Right.
For what? What are you gaining from it? Oh, because I was there.
Right.
And that's what I got the idea. Because then when people go on social media and they be like, man, you got everybody touching it. We don't even care if you like it. Now we got people, Long John Silver.
In real life.
Yeah. Burger King.
asking about it though.
Asking about it. Right. Taking pictures with it.
Right.
Wingstop. And I'm like, do y'all, and it kind of make you wonder. You be like, do you really like it? Or do you like that everybody taking pictures with it? Remember that when I told you about people follow people?
Yeah.
But people don't realize that. In order to create the value in your work, you got to force people to love it. Right. And how do they love it? Go out there.
Recognition and being in space. You know, that's one of the things that I use with my magazine, right? Mm-hmm. Is that, you know, when you're on Instagram and there's a post, you scroll past that post. That post is there and gone in a second. Mm-hmm. You know, my magazine, by it being printed, it's in people's houses. Mm-hmm. It stays in the house.
That's
when they're there, when it's during a reunion or something, somebody's flipping through it, it stays there as presence. Mm-hmm. And I think that even with y'all art, you know, I'm gonna have to get a piece up here because I want every time somebody come in here for an interview, whether it's a politician or a musician or famous artist like y'all, you know, that they see that piece and they're like, yo, who did that?
Yes, sir.
And they take that value because that's the one thing that I think as artists, you know, we create these visions for people to see themselves, for them to see their future, for them to see how they can, you know, how they can move forward or get themselves even just engaged.
Exactly.
You know, and so that's always a thing, bro, that I've just loved as being an artist. What do you feel like you guys are most misunderstood about that people don't really understand about y'all and your art?
That's a good question.
My misunderstanding is a lot. I think a lot of people just in general just judge too much, you know, like it's like me, Treat. If people walk past you on the street and just see
Bring your mic a little closer.
If people walk past you on the street and just see you, will they know all this is you? Will they automatic assume like, oh, he's just a regular guy, or is he this? Like they don't take you as serious because if you say it. And me personally, I don't really care what people think about what they say. But I would say that's probably the biggest misunderstanding. Like people judge, but that's just the world. They'll judge you for anything. And then I feel like when people get that out of their mind, don't worry about what people think, and just automatically just do it. Everybody be successful, to be honest. But I would say that's like the biggest thing. People, the reaction when people first meet me, and then they treat me one way, and then I be like, oh, you do art? Yeah, I do art. They'd be like, oh, okay. They'd be like, can I see some of your work? I'd be like, yeah, Google my name. Go ahead and Google it. Mm-hmm. Soon they see, oh, so how much is that? And I can't believe you done that. And I'd be like, okay, cool. You can already feel the energy, the change drastically. Right. But that's what you always got to keep in your mind is like, you just got to just stay on business. You know what I mean? Don't get caught up into just because they love you now and or hate you before and now they love you because of what they see. So you just got to make sure to separate the difference.
Facts.
I feel like I'm sitting over here thinking, just trying to figure out how people misunderstand, and I can't really find the answer to that in a direct way. But I can say that one of the things that I find most valuable is like a genuine connection. Like I don't really have any desire for someone with a like a
You talk to me about that.
I'm this guy, worship me type of thing. I'm not really good in that type of environment because I'm just like, man, we people, you know what I mean? And so
So like Andre 3000, my boy.
yeah, it's weird. Like some people really have that mentality, and just like, man, I don't really comprehend it, and so a lot of times where it seems like certain people have that energy, man, you can't even touch my painting, man.
He talks about
Yeah.
me with that
You,
all the time.
You can't.
Yeah.
Like I
and
don't
and there are a lot
need
of
it.
people that they focus on that image. Their image weighs more than their work.
That's true.
And I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly, because it's so easy. People pay for likes. People pay for followers.
Yep.
People pay for that
Yep.
stuff, and I would never do that.
Right.
I couldn't. There's no business sense that's going to make sense for me to do that. And I believe that as artists, our work, our value, it comes from our work.
Yeah.
And that when people see that's when you get that same weight of whatever these other people feel.
Yeah.
And so that's definitely real, man. I want to know too, like, how does it feel now to, like, you guys have been doing this for at least as a group now. How do you guys feel moving forward? Like, where you're trying to take this to? How many cities you trying to go to? What's the catalyst?
Yeah, I don't know if there's a end goal. It's just kind of like a unrolling, like a snowball rolling down the hill, just something that's continuously growing, and we'll go to wherever, because this is pretty much a mobile gallery. We're taking the gallery to you. So I don't really see anything stopping us from going to the next place, especially if we can and the schedules align, then we'll be there.
That's right.
To sit with you and have this conversation and, man, just talk about art and some of the subject matters. And
Definitely open.
yeah, it's I can see it going everywhere. But we also talk about this at sometimes, that we want to make sure that the space is welcoming of it.
That's right.
Right.
Because let's just say certain people may see this. Oh,
You good?
certain people may see this and may like it for the wrong reason. They may want to take a picture of it, like, look at what my grandpa did.
Exactly.
And it's like, you ain't right.
You ain't valuing the art for what it's really
For what it's for.
Right.
That's yeah, man. I think that's something that every artist runs into. There are people that aren't on that same intellectual space, level.
Yeah.
What about Atlanta? Atlanta's huge with just
We
the
definitely
culture.
pushing Atlanta for sure. I feel like Atlanta is one of the key places I want to go. New York we're going to that in August. We're going to Miami in December. We're going to DC in July. Those are the big key places we're going. I feel like our journey, it's just going to keep, like you said, it's like a snowball effect. It keep building up because we trying to touch all angles. We want to make sure we go to the schools, be able to become spokesmen also. So we want to be the voice of the art also. We don't want to just paint the picture and just be quiet. We want to be able to educate. So I
Hand
feel
it
like
down
that's
to that next generation.
the next generation, because we want them to learn. And I also take it to the schools, take it to the middle schools or the high schools, show them that there is another way to art, not just like I was telling him. There's a lot of people that go to college and school for this stuff. Then once they get the ground running, is like a slap in the face because they don't know where the next step is at. So I definitely want to teach. I want to show them that, I found a way. I found a
more
a
than just
blueprint.
rapping in the league.
Exactly.
But like you spoke about at the Charlotte Black Film Festival, it's you spoke about. I keep going back to this. It's a formula of like, it's almost like you snap into recognizing that the passion is what is gonna drive you forward, and once you like go after that like with an undying flame, it's like the natural result to doing that math is gonna be a result of just achieving your goal and
Right.
and getting to the space that you want to. So it's like when you spoke about that, it's almost like recognizing a truth that can be applied to every field. You want to be a top musician, do it, do that, do the work. You know,
Do the work.
and yeah. So no matter what, it's just like get into your bag, get into your zone, and lock in. There is no other way.
Yeah.
This
Because
is it.
You're right. Because a lot of people fail because of self-doubt. They have that one doubt because it don't work. They be like, well,
I think
tried.
every artist has that
That doubt.
low point.
Yeah.
It's knowing the value in yourself and that you're able to rise above all that.
That's why it's good we got a team.
Yeah, facts. Can't do it by yourself. Can't do it by yourself. I had a situation where, my pops, he told me, he was like, the fruit of your labor speaks for itself. How you conduct yourself and the way how you put details into your work, it's gonna speak for itself, and people gonna eventually get that. So you just gotta stay true to it.
You're right.
Look like you listened.
Yeah, no, for real. Had no
Sure.
choice. Had no choice. Shout out to Pops. Explain to me this MLK and Martin Luther joint.
MLK. So the biggest things I know, a lot of people, they have two different sides of how they view things, and one is, of course, togetherness and unity. The other is not being able to get stepped on, but they both was in the same path. So of course, I have the dream, the speech of unity, bringing people together. And who taught you to hate? One of my greatest speeches that he done. Who taught you to hate your skin, the color of your nose, the size of your nose, your mouth, who you are as a person. And I feel like I said, they both was on the same path. Malcolm was just more forceful. He just wanted us to respect who we are as a person, and Martin was more unity. But I feel like who they was and what they was teaching at the time, it still reflects with the people today. At the time, their message never ended, because even definitely more so Malcolm, because the stuff that he was talking about, who taught you to hate, there's people today that's still doing it. The BBL, the changing the hair, the whole being shameful for being black is still relevant. So I feel like making those paintings, it's a non, it's a roller coaster, constantly still doing the same thing in the culture. So it's like we're always going to get that, like we was talking about earlier, about will we still have the same, another leader that come in. And I feel like that's what we're doing. Like every generation, there's going to be another leader that's going to teach. And I feel like that's what we're doing now, and spreading the message.
Speaking of leaders, what about the piece up there on the wall?
Harriet. Harriet was powerful. What's crazy about Harriet? A lot of people feel like she was around like the 1400s, and a lot of people don't realize that. She still fought. If I assume it was the Revolutionary, they would believe it was the Revolutionary War, and she ended up joining the Union, and she still fought with the people. And that one right there was a big connection, because I wanted the women to have something to be, to feel special about. Because I know we drew a lot of male figures, so I wanted to grab more attention to the women and have them feel like, okay, be more connected into it.
Oh man, I love it, man. Thank you all so much for coming by. I mean, this was great. I look forward to working with y'all when y'all come back to town on Saturday.
Definitely.
And y'all tell them where they can find y'all at. How can they reach out to you, find more of your media, find out where the next tour is going to be, the next gallery. Share that info with them.
Yeah, so I'm Trick Euphoria. That's TriQUFOURIA on Instagram, and you can find me on Facebook also. Yeah, so that's my social media. We post there often just to kind of show you where we have been or what we are doing. So yeah, you'll see a little bit about that today here soon on the social media. Yeah, man. Go ahead, Joey.
Same thing. Mine's Instagram, social media, Joey Within Arts, JoeyWithinArts. Same thing. Keeping it informed, letting everybody know what's going on, and I'm honored to be here.
Sure.
Honored to be in Athens, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure that everybody be able to touch the artwork. I want everybody to see it. I don't want to leave no one behind. I don't care how big or small the community is. Everybody should be able to grab a piece of it. And I'm honored to be here with you, man. Like,
sure, man.
It's a blessing being in your space. And it's beautiful. I love how you got it set up, man. It's amazing.
It's amazing. It's a gift for real.
It's amazing. Man.
Well, thank y'all for tuning in to the highlight, y'all. And I'm Ron Carson. We'll see you on the next one. Take care. Peace.